that we saw today on the pitch. We saw a team with the personality to play, but also with the humility or humble enough to run. Because to play a game like this, in a stadium like this, against a team like Al-Ahli, and show the personality we showed during the game is not easy. And building this trust, building this confidence is not theoretical. It's something that you really need to work a lot in order to make it. And that's why I say I'm proud, because it's not easy for a team to arrive here and make what he did, take the game to the last minutes, be on the game and having the opportunities also to... We knew that we would not have 10 opportunities to score. We had to be really, really sharp on the ones. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. Otherwise, we would be speaking in another way here. But it's always the judgment role of the coach, of the coaches in general. But I would like also to tell that, like Mr. Gasperini said this week when we won the Europa League with Atalanta, while Leverkusen, we were not the best 2 hours ago, and we are not the worst now. Nothing changed. We didn't fail, we just lost the game because we were successful much before we played this game. This is the important message that we need to understand. It's important to understand that we have 4 months and a half of work with these players. They received us in the top way. We worked very hard. We built over something that was almost despair. And because of that belief, we were capable to have 2 victories in the group stage, put out of this competition in a tough eliminatory Mimosas, Azek Mimosas, and after win 2 times to the team who for the last time won to Al-Ahli, as you remember for sure. We won to them 2 times. So big respect for my players. I'm very proud of them. I'm not happy. They are not happy. We are, I cannot say the word, but we are not happy. But we cannot lose our energy. We cannot lose our sense. We cannot lose our way. Where we know where we come from and we know where we want to go. It's important to understand that we were on the final of the Champions League. We played it to the last minute. We put the team on the World Cup of Clubs. We are fighting, and I hope as quick as possible we can win the championship in Tunisia. And we had 7 games without conceding 1 single goal. I think it's proud enough or work enough that make us proud. And I repeat, I'm proud of my players. I'm not happy because I wanted to give this victory to the president. Our president, unfortunately, was not here today. I wanted to dedicate it so much to him, to our fans, and to my family. But there's one thing that makes me really, really not happy. But I accept always the results. But I always know that I have love behind me. And we have love between ourselves. We spoke a lot about that during these last days. And that's also what will keep us engaged. That's also what will keep us moving on. That's also what will help us to win as quick as possible so that we can continue to work on this confidence that I said is not theoretical but comes from the work we do every day.
You scored so early. It meant you at least had to score 1 goal. And I'd like to ask a second question, but I want to give other people a chance first.
Thank you for your question. I understand it, but I don't agree. There are 2 different things. We are not speaking about any kind of game. We are speaking about the final, where 1 goal or a second goal can put you out of everything. So we were not conservative. We changed a lot. We tried different approaches on the game. And I think we finished the game even taking a lot of risk. Well, as expected, because we had to try to score. But we should also not suffer, otherwise the game would be finished. Unfortunately, we were not able to make a goal. And I don't want to speak more about anything else, but I think that the players did their best. We tried different approaches. We finished the game with trying and controlling the things. We made an unbelievable second half. I think we can point nothing. Not other. Myself, I have a big respect for the game. From the very first day I arrived in Africa, in Tunisia, and I started to play this competition, that I felt the multiculturality that is present in the continent, and how that is exciting also. Anyway, I think that for a coach, and we should respect the sports spirit itself every day. Of course, that in the moment of the competition, we lead emotions. We try to control them as much as possible, because bad thoughts bring bad emotions bring bad behaviors. And I try to control myself, but sometimes I also try to manipulate the behaviors. It's also understandable that, in order to profit from that. What I would like to make clear to answer you is that I have a big respect for the game itself, for the organization, for the people involved, and for all the teams, as the other coaches, when I won to them, had for me. So when I won, I saluted them, and today, with respect for the sports itself, for the game, I waited until the Halal got the cup and lifted up to leave the pitch. I think it's giving honor to my club also. When I respect the opponent, it's not a matter of who wins or who loses. It's the way I want to be in the sports, in the game. So it's also the values I want to build up for my team. We work hard. In the end, we should respect who wins, and it's not up to me to discuss if there are other things that should be discussed. So I leave it for another time, for another day of occasion. It's interesting approach. I will not compare my players to the players of Al-Ahly. That's something I will not do, because, as I always tell, maybe even if I don't like my players, I love them. I don't know if you understand this expression.